What up, everybody? I'm back finally. I'm back with y'all with another Talk. I know it's been a while. I'm sorry for not being and producing videos like I wanted to, but I'm here now. Today, I know I got some people out there want me to do Black Mirror. Some people want me to do Stranger Things, Euphoria. But today, I got to go back to my love right now, Queen Sugar. It was an off week. They didn't have an episode this week, and so it was the first week that I was gonna be able to watch it like live, and they ain't have no episode. So I was like, I can finally do a catch up because I ain't been able to do a video since the season premiere. So this episode is a Queen Sugar catch up. So from episode 2 to episode 5 to get us ready for next week when it comes back. Of course, you can stay tuned. I'm gonna have some other stuff dropping. But yeah, we're gonna get into Queen Sugar. So yeah, had to jump into Queen Sugar. So reasons why. So yesterday, the Emmy nominations came out, and Queen Sugar in its fourth season was snubbed again. No nominations. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because the white men that's in charge, the system, the people, they're mad at Oprah from going out to start her own network, so they just won't recognize anything that happens over there. Or I don't know if it's like the time of the year that the show come out, but it has never got any nominations for the Emmys, the Golden Globes, anything like that, any of the TV awards. Even though the show is phenomenal, I will say I probably stand behind the fact that I think Queen Sugar is the best show about black people on TV right now. Better than Power, definitely better than like Empire and all those other shows. I mean, Blackish is a comedy, so I don't put it in the same category. But I mean, and I can say that I don't watch the Chi, whatever the show about Chicago is, and I've never watched Snowfall, but on the shows that I've seen, Queen Sugar has been the best show about black people in a while, in years. And so I don't know why they're not getting any accolades, because even if the show is not getting any nominations or anything, you can't tell me that the performances of Rutina Wesley as Nova or Leanne Gardner as Charley and Tina Lifford as Aunt Vi don't deserve some type of nomination, right? So but yeah, I can go on and on about that all day and express my frustrations, but I'm gonna jump into my updates and just catch up for what I've missed without doing talks throughout the season. So today, since of course I've missed so much time, all right, I know I missed time. I'm gonna approach it in a different little manner. Okay, I am going to go catch up with the characters, catch up on the show based off the characters. So I'm gonna go character by character. Of course, I'm gonna talk about Nova, and I'll probably be hitting her throughout because a lot of their storylines are revolved around Nova this season in the book. So yeah, we'll get started. Jump in with Nova. So of course, Nova has continued to tread through this line of saying that she's sorry to her family and she didn't mean to bring them any harm, but also really just still justifying the fact that she has wrote a book about her entire family's secrets and justifying it by saying that it's gonna make society and black people better. Like we need to see this, and that she's not living her life with secrets anymore. But then on the other hand, she's also it kind of has been more than that too, because she's really embracing this celebrity that she's getting. So I think she done start this book tour. She had an appearance on the TV show. Yeah, she's really I think she just got a love letter in the Times, I think. So she's really getting all these accolades, right? And getting this notoriety from her book about her family. And so I think one of the things that stuck out to me most was the episode, I think it was like maybe episode 3, but she was on a TV show. They had brought her on, and they was talking with the family, and the family was like, yeah, how did you? I think the lady was like, yeah, me and my mama have gone through these things. So like, how did you and Charley get in a better place? And Nova gave this long metaphor about all this stuff was like in a drawer, and she put it in a drawer, and if she just kept it in the drawer, it was gonna still be there. But she opened the drawer up. But really, when you think about what Nova has done, Nova has not resolved any of these issues, because before this book came out, none of her family knew that was her opinion of them, right? Like Charley didn't know that's what she thought about her. Rod didn't know that's what she thought about him, and Blue's paternity situation. Like none of her family knew that. So even the stuff that she's hoping that families and the black people get from her book, she hasn't even taken those steps to do that. So it's almost like she's living a lie, like she's just putting it up front. But of course, you know, Nova in all her pretentiousness has, when your family's already mad at you about writing this book of secrets, what's the only thing left to do? And that is to go do what Nova did. If you're not going to apologize, but just go and add another secret into the book. So throughout this season, Nova has added this story about Ernest possibly killing some people, killing some white men at that, like killing some white men and burying them on the land. Like, wow, do you think that is a story to write about your dead father, that he might have killed somebody years ago? Regardless of what they did, right? Regardless if they had maybe said some inappropriate things about her when she was a child, heckling her, like Ernest had a right to be mad, right? But for you to write a story about him possibly killing him, yeah, that was totally off the line. I also think, obviously, the only thing that she has wrote about herself in the book so far that we as an audience have seen is that she used to sell weed, and her weed got too sweet locked up. Because no one has, and I would think by now, no one has mentioned anything about her and the white cop. Nobody has mentioned anything about the fact that the man that her sister fell in love with after her disastrous marriage ended publicly, that she went after him after that. And then Remy, I'm talking about Remy. And then something that we found out last week in the episode is that she had an inappropriate relationship with her professor in college. To the point where the professor was mad, like, you only wrote one line about me that I told you about patriarchy. So Nova has wrote this whole book of family secrets, and right there we get introduced to a secret that she didn't tell the world. She kept that. If anything, and this show is so on time, right? But because if you know anything about the stuff that's going on in Morehouse right now, she had her professor at her college, I think Tulane is where she went, had in a relationship with her, like a sexual relationship with her. You don't think that should be something written in the book when people are using positions of power to take advantage of those people, and you were someone who essentially got taken advantage of because you were being with your professor? You don't think that's something that people need to know? You didn't write that in there, but you wrote about everybody else in your family and all their stuff. So yeah, Noah has did some things. I think really the two worst ones have definitely been writing about Vi and writing about Darla. So not only did Nova write about Vi being abused by Jimmy Dale, this girl went to go talk to Jimmy Dale. Went to go interview him to hear his side of the story, because she needed to tell both sides of the story according to her. But when she got to there, she realized he was the same bad person that Vi had always told her about, which I don't know why you had to go get that. Had to go learn that for yourself. You couldn't just listen to her. But that sparked Jimmy Dale to come back into town. And it got to Vi. And it's been bothering her ever since. Like, Vi is struggling, I think. she was like, she's breaking down, she's crying, she's walking around sick, aching. I think she said something to Hollywood in the last episode, like she ain't gonna never forgive Nova for bringing all this back on her. It's essentially was talking about like now she still feels that fear now that she had when Jimmy Dale was in her life. And that got to be a horrible place to be in. And so she kicked Nova out her house, and she was like, "Don't knock on my doorstep. Don't bring flowers to my grave. I don't want you disturbing any more of my peace." And that's the last time Nova had actually been with any of her family other than Micah, because they're just not having that. And then I say the other thing is Darla. Darla is technically not even in her family. She done already wrote about blue paternity. That's enough violation of Darla right there, right? But then she goes and write about the time that Hollywood went and found Darla and Blue was a baby, and Darla was like high on drugs. The reason why Hollywood was keeping Blue at the beginning of the series back in season 1. And from the excerpt in the book that Darla read, and then just me thinking back to the episode in season 1 when Darla was describing and thanking Hollywood for like coming to save her out that place, like, how could you write that? Like, that was probably like the lowest moment of Darla's life, and you wrote that. And Darla was like, you are bringing her old life into her new world, and she probably has given it to Nova in the most wrapped up, tight-knit way possible. She was like, you have stole all these stories from other people. Like, and that's really the whole thing that gets me about this book is these are Nova's memories, but these are not Nova's stories to tell. She has memory of them from being around them, but these things were not done to her, and she's telling these stories, and it's wrong. It's wrong. And Darla and Ralph Angel, they have been over there. They are co-parenting together. They both got their little love interest, but they dealing with this. And now someone has told Blue, a little kid has told Blue that he overheard his mama talking that Blue ain't got no daddy. And so they had to go tell Blue in the last episode and have a conversation. It was a really beautiful scene. I think Ralph was talking about, like, my soul belongs to you and that I choose you. But wow, this is exactly what they thought could happen, and this happened all because Nova's book. Yeah. And then I think next, I just have to jump into, Hollywood hasn't had a lot this season other than just, supporting Vibe, but I just have to jump into Micah. So I have a lot of feelings personally about Micah because if y'all don't know by now, Charley is my favorite character, and the way Micah does his mama, I'm like, oh my God, I would never do my mama like that. I might have disagreed with my mama a lot, but I'm never going to publicly and consistently take someone else's side at her expense. And Micah does this all the time to Charley. Like, he literally takes other people's side at her expense. In public, in front of people, in front of family. And my mama may do some things that may have upset me in my almost 30 years of life, but I'm never doing that. I'm going to always be on my mama's side. And so I just have some feelings about Micah. But Micah was away for the summer in Paris and comes back, new look, dreaded up, got different fits on. And so essentially, for me, when I think about Micah's arc throughout this series, he's essentially is going through his racial identity development, what it means to be black for him. Anybody familiar with identity development, you know that Micah is essentially going through negressence, where he's learning what it means to be black. So he got the awareness in season 1 when he went to St. Joe and moved there with his mama and experienced all that stuff. Season 2 and season 3 was he kind of got some awareness in season 2 as well. But season 2 and most of season 3 was his immersion into the culture. And I would say that right now he's somewhere in between immersing into the culture and on his way to immersion. So emerging out of what he's learned to his own idea of what it means to be black. But I'm all for that, right? Definitely for that. I think every black person has gone through that at some point. What black means to them. But why does he have to be disrespectful with it? Like, why is he cussing at his mama? Why is he getting in fights? Like, when he came back, first episode, like, it's his first night back and he getting in a fight because the old white boy said that he looked like he been watching Black Panther too much. And honestly, that was funny because he do look like he been watching Black Panther too much. Came back with the Killmonger look. And it's like, bruh, that wasn't you before. And so, did you really have to fight that man for that? And Kiki didn't like it. And he done went and got his tattoo and was drinking. Of course, he done got like no book, and he's like telling Charley like they see the world differently, like all of that, and just really he's like consoling Nova about this book, like it ain't Nova's fault that she's going through this with his family. And I think what got me, I don't think he has ever consoled his mom. When he done watch his mom find out that his dad and cheated on her publicly, the stuff with Remy, the meal, all that, and he has never consoled his mom, right? Like, he's never consoled his mom like that. But he consoled Nova for something that Nova did to herself, brought upon herself. So yeah, I don't like Micah. I really don't. I don't like him. And Charley's over him. In the last episode, she was like, if you ain't gonna listen to me, you let me know who you will listen to, because he was drinking, trying to drink so he can get a tattoo. It's like, because everybody getting it. Even his motivations sometimes right now aren't even seeming pure, because his reason for getting a tattoo, he's saying like everybody gets it. Well, why do you want one, Micah? Like, why do you want one? But yeah, those are my thoughts about Micah. Well, I forgot something, Micah, and as I move into Charley, Micah was getting death threats after his speech went viral. And when he found it, he gave it to Charley, and Charley was like, I'll take care of it. And he was like, how do you take care of this? Da, 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 da. And Charley is like, at this point, she was like, okay, you don't trust me, but I'm going to tell you what the deal is. Like, you walking around, this letter has made you feel mad. And she was like, I don't have time to be mad because I'm scared for your life. You got this one on this day. And she pulled out like a whole drawer of letters. And then, yeah, it's just like, it just baffles me because he is not, it seemed like he don't recognize how much she cares for him. And it's like everything that she does, he looks at it in a negative eye, regardless. But that's just add on to a long line of stuff that Charley goes through. I think Charley been through a lot on the show, even right now. So let's go through what Charley is going. Let's go down what Charley is going through right now. Trying to protect Micah with this death threats, right? She was dealing with that. She got the Landrys, and they plan to build a highway that's going to go through the black farmers' land, including their land, the borderline land. Trying to fight that. I think she's going to run for office now to try to fight that. She got Davis guilt tripping her to help him with the outlash from Noah's book, even though she ain't got her own problems to deal with from Noah's book. Davis surprise dropped the daughter at her house. His daughter that he done had with somebody else and kept secret for 13 years. Most of their marriage. They was married for 16. Yeah. Then she got a clinic that she done made for migrant workers in that's working on the farms, and they get raided. Charley always got something going on. She just be dealing with the most. And so, yeah, the only good thing in Charlie's life right now is Romero. He has been a rock for her. He has been solid for her. He supports her. And I just hope it stays there. The thing I'm worried about, though, is... So, I think it was like episode 3, maybe episode 2. But Romero brought up how a few years back 2 farmers died after the storm because they didn't get to go home, and that was the farmers on Charlie's damn land. And I don't know if that's gonna come back and like blow up their relationship. I hope not, but yeah, I'm worried about that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I done ran through all the characters, where they at for now, my thoughts, my feelings. Remy did show back up for a hot little second. And I was kind of taken a little back by that because of the way Hollywood and Vi was acting. I was like, did this nigga not... My bad, I ain't even say the N-word. I know I got some white people watch my show, but don't just because I say it don't mean you can say it, okay? But Remy... Like, how was they welcoming Remy like that? Like, he didn't just run through both their, like, 2 sisters. And then Vi had the nerve to say something like, you know Ernest love you. You was like family. Do you really think... I know we only seen Ernest for 1 episode before he died in season 1. But do you really think Ernest is going to be down for this man after he gets with Charley after the most tumultuous time in her life, leaves her, and then goes right back and hook up with her sister, knowing his other daughter? You think Ernest gonna still have some respect for that man? Heck no. And so yeah, I wasn't feeling that. Goodbye, Remy. Like Charley said last season, you are fleeting. I mean, all best of luck to the actor. I forgot his name. Trey Whitfield or something like that. Best of luck to you, whatever you doing next. But yeah, deuces, Remy. So yeah, that's it for this talk. I'll let y'all know what's coming up next. I am going to see Lion King tomorrow, so I'll definitely be doing something like that. Spider-Man Far From Home has come out, so that means the Infinity Saga of the MCU is complete. 23 movies. I am going to make a video on ranking them. I still have one that I actually have not seen. Yeah, I'm a little embarrassed by that. But I am in the midst of watching it. I started it last night. I think I'm going to finish it tonight. But yeah, so you'll be seeing my list of how I'm ranking on the MCU movies. But yeah, that's the stuff you got to look forward to. I finished season 1 of Stranger Things. I'm going to start season 2 probably this weekend. And then once I catch up, I'll probably do a review of Stranger Things season 3 once I get there. But yeah, thank y'all for watching this talk. Look out for what's next.